guys are incredible. I mean, they are the Filmmakers Gallery. Yes, they are. Paul Belsito and Stephen Roche. And they are here. One of their things on this planet, and on their website, it says, "We are here to inspire and educate audiences through the mediums of film and television." So without further ado, we are welcoming the Filmmakers Gallery, Stephen Roche and Paul Belsito.
Hi guys.
Hi everybody.
Well, thanks for having us.
Oh my gosh, thank you. We're all excited about it because you are having the annual International Down Syndrome.
It's a mouthful. It's a mouthful. Palm Springs International Down Syndrome Film Festival.
Yeah.
No, one more, I'll top you on that one. It's the second annual Palm Springs International Down Syndrome Film Festival.
I love it. Now, you couldn't do it the last 2 years because of COVID.
Correct.
But it's back again, and it's, what are the dates again?
October 7th, 8th, and 9th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Actually opens a week from this Friday.
Now, who can join? Who could come?
Anybody can come. We just had another meeting with the theater manager. So the Mary Pickford Theater's ticket link may be up even before Friday. So that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So people can buy. Now, I know we're getting into tickets and all that, but you can go for the whole weekend, including the parties, for like one low price. Isn't that true?
Yeah, correct. It's $150 for an all-inclusive, all-weekend pass. So that's the Friday night opening movie and the after party. All the films on Saturday night, International Spotlight film, and the after party, and then all the programs Sunday day, and then the closing night film, and then that after party. So it's a good deal.
Yeah, so you get to hang with the directors, the actors, the screenwriters, and just powwow. If you want to be a filmmaker yourself, and kids, youth, young adults being inspired by our event. That's what we're hoping, that people will follow in these footsteps of these mega stars out there, like people like Jamie Brewer and legendary icons like our keynote speaker, Jerry Jewell, who's a good friend of yours, David. So we're so excited for second annual, because this is like just building and building with the COVID, downtime with the COVID has really made us anxious to get started up again. So
we were actually producing the second Down Syndrome Film Festival in December and January of 2020 at a different theater, and they kind of said in early March, well, it seems like things are sort of happening. So if you want to, it's your own risk. If you want to keep going, just know that any moment, it could be pulled and stopped. And then a couple of days later, the whole world shut down, and obviously there's nothing happening. So we vowed and we were determined that we would not let too much time go by, and we would do a second one. And we're actually, even believe it or not, planning the third annual Palm Springs International Down Syndrome Film.
Now, here's a question. If somebody has a film and they want to submit to your next year's
good question.
festival, how do they do that?
So in let's see, probably by February, March of 2023, we're changing it up. So it's been basically programmed, the first annual and this one. So in 2023, for the third annual, we're going to open it up to submissions worldwide, and probably through Film Freeway. We haven't selected that yet. So there'll be a 60 or 90 day window where you could submit your film for consideration. We're going to actually create screening committees, and so it'll be a little more involved, and hopefully increase the global reach also.
This is amazing. This is wonderful that it's growing. Every year it seems to grow.
Well, this is interesting, but we just dropped the official film schedule. So from the first film festival 3 years ago, we had 17 films over the 3 days from 4 countries. This year we have 32 films from 8 countries. So we doubled the amount of countries, and we've almost doubled the amount of films. But we are including a new category, PSAs, because Paul discovered in doing our research, there are these amazing PSAs
that a lot of them
all over the world
are left unnoticed by like the masses. We have select people who watch these PSAs, but I figured it's the perfect opportunity for this film festival.
They're beautifully done.
To embrace these just beautifully crafted PSAs that are out there.
And we're incorporating more of a music video category.
Yeah.
We have an animated short that's
Yeah.
phenomenal, Davy's Lullaby. So
which David, you've been part of great animated shorts. So this will give you inspiration to do the first ever David Zimmerman animated short for next year. Just throwing it out there.
Some people say my face is an animation.
I've seen some wonderful stuff. You've been involved with the Angel, that from the film fest you did.
Oh, that was a fun one.
That was
Andreas
great.
directed that.
Yes.
Heavenly Peace.
Heavenly Peace. Yes, that was a great short, animated short. So just throwing it out there.
I tell you, I love this. Well, I'm so excited because it is going to be, it's like a family affair and there's so many people. And we just found out today that you have another guest coming, the Peanut Butter Falcon himself.
Yes.
That's right.
Zach is coming out here with his two moms, which we just spoke to his one mother today, with you helping out, make that transition and coordinate that all to happen.
Very exciting.
Fantastic to be able to meet them and spend time with them and have them enjoy and partake in this wonderful festival that we're so passionate about doing. My nephew Ryan, unfortunately, he's our number one inspiration. My nephew Ryan, multiple Special Olympics, multiple different kinds of medals, lots of golds and bronzes and silvers, and just won this year in Florida for the volleyball competition in Florida.
He won the gold.
His team won the gold. So unfortunately, he works, and then his parents, my sister and ex-brother-in-law, have been separated for quite some time, and dad takes more control and a little bit of a stickler, and it's just, you would think his dad would be like, oh yeah, Ryan needs to go to this, but we're hoping by the third annual he'll
now was it Ryan, or was it something else that inspired you to create this amazing
Ryan, for family, blood related, and then also of course Jamie is the first person that really connected us as far as entertainment goes, being in the industry, kind of jump started, got wheels turning in our head, going, this would be great to do a festival with actors, not only with Down syndrome, other disabilities, but mostly targeted inspiration from my nephew, because I would like for him to have a job in the entertainment industry, because he loves anything to do with media, sports. He's just very passionate. He's great with the camera. I've done stuff with him a long time ago when we were both a lot younger, and he just has that. He was on the side of a bus, let's just put it this way. The Carrie Bradshaw Sex and the City. Ryan was on the side of a bus for Singular Wireless ad with all the great athletes. It was an ad, and his face was shown all throughout Texas. That's where
he was the official face of the Special Olympics. For that year. And he was standing on the street corner, and the bus went by, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm on."
My sister, his mom, was driving to work one day, and here comes this bus, and she goes, I looked over, and there's my son. So,
So going back a step, and you know this, David. So we had a physical retail brick and mortar Filmmakers Gallery in Long Beach, California.
Yeah. Now, when did that start?
2012. So exactly 10 years ago. So we had the idea, and I had the concept, and I pitched it to Paul, and we said we wanted to do a Down syndrome film festival there. And our maximum capacity was 25 people.
That's right. It was supposed to be at that little venue.
And Long Beach isn't the most arts supportive community. We had trouble getting our neighbors. We lived in the same street as the gallery, and we would go to gallery events all the time, and we'd tell all the neighbors, well, come on down for free, check it out, see what we're all about. We couldn't even get them to come down for free and walk like 20 feet. So we kind of figured, okay, that maybe this isn't the right time or the place.
So we moved here.
We moved here 5 years ago,
and it was like, wow.
And it opened up all kinds of
so much community involvement with, well, especially, we're, legally married, and, we're proud of just being open and partners business wise. We've been together for 14 years, and this city accepts and embraces diversity so much, especially LGBTQ. So
there's that aspect.
there's that aspect.
And then the fact that the Palm Springs Cultural Center, the Camelot Theater, there were a lot of really cool, bigger venues, and they were easy to work with. And where Long Beach, we didn't really have that. The timing wasn't right. We didn't have that kind of access.
Well, and the theater you're doing at's a huge theater.
Yeah, and that's kind of a big change from the first one too.
Yes,
So.
and we love just the name alone. I put something recently on Facebook. I found a vintage interview with Mary Pickford herself, and she was being interviewed, and it was so fascinating. I said I had to post this, and I should have tagged Ted in the theater who runs that theater, because her name. But when you walk in, her portraits, on the second story, when you walk in, it's just very breathtaking when you walk in the front door there, because it's just a great, beautiful venue. So
we should tell everybody about how we met Jamie.
Oh yeah.
Yes, how?
So we were I'm a member of the TV Academy of TV Arts and Sciences, and we were Paul and I were standing in line at the 20th Century Fox lot so the Emmy events, pre-Emmy, to get you to vote for their show. They invite you to these fabulous events. They're all over LA. This one was it was a screening in one of the theaters. It was the Coven season,
which Jamie was in,
season 3. And Paul you'd been communicating with Jamie online and stuff. So she knew what we looked like. We knew what she looked like. So we were like the 250th people in line, just waiting in this huge long line. And all of a sudden we hear this little voice, Paul, Stephen, and we turned around and Jamie's running up to us and gave us a big hug. Everybody in line just kind of like everybody backed up, and we turned, and
they were blown away because one of the lead stars.
And she goes, "What are you doing back here?" And we're just like, "This is where we landed." And she goes, "Oh no!" She grabs us both by the hand, pulls us out of line, and we're walking, the three of us, like the Wizard of Oz, walking arm in arm. And she takes us up, not to the front line, she just takes us in.
Where she. Yeah.
So that
woman is amazing. She has one of the biggest hearts, and she is one of my favorite actresses, period.
Yes, because she's so positive minded, and you never see her without a smile on her face. She's always got a smile on her face, and she always embraces life as, we all should, like the best time ever, every day.
I think people are going to be blown away, because one of the music videos is Michael Parks Randa's Delta Spirit is the group. What's Done is Done.
Yeah, it was
It's Jamie and Zach, so they're both going to
be there that weekend.
But I was telling Paul, I said their acting is phenomenal. But I said for Jamie, it's pretty much a non-verbal, but they're both amazing performances and really deep, and it's a beautiful song, and it's a great music.
Oh, it's gorgeous. If anybody hasn't seen it, this is the perfect weekend to see it on the big screen.
Yes.
And talking about being on the big screen, I am so excited that we're a part of your festival with Honey Bunny.
Oh my God! Yes.
I mean, of course, I've seen Honey Bunny since I produced it, but to now see it for the first time on the big screen.
Oh yeah, we're excited.
Yeah,
for
we're
you.
excited. Yeah.
We just watched it twice again this morning, and I was crying both times.
Oh, I love that.
Like, oh my gosh.
I love that you said that, because when I made it, it was right in the middle of the pandemic. It was 2020. I just said, this is the time to make this. It just was something divine told me.
I'm glad you did.
And we did it. And after it was done, I would watch Honey Bunny every morning when I woke up. And now I'm getting a little verklempt, because it started off my day with such a loving, positive attitude. So,
well, ironically, their relationship, ours is 14 and a half years, almost 15. And when she says we've been together 15 years, I looked at him and I'm choking up, because it's like, I can't imagine losing him after all those years.
No, I ain't going
anywhere. And I feel for Blair. And what Blair must be thinking every time he watches that short, what it does to him. And also, like, it's a bittersweet, it's like, oh my God, there she is, the love of my life. And then think, this is the last I have to embrace her, is your film, which is so magical.
Yes.
But it's also bittersweet. So yeah.
Well, that's going to be a great question. I mean, you're having at this film festival, you're going to have Q&As, and Blair Williamson will be there.
Yes,
absolutely.
I'll be there. Gail Williamson's going to be there. So that's a great question to ask Blair, I think, is how do you feel when you watch this film? I'm guessing he feels joy. I'm guessing he feels an overabundance of joy, and he feels like she's here.
Yeah.
But we'll ask him. We'll find out.
Yeah.
I wanted to, we have so many people here, and I want to get a few questions in. I'm gonna
and Steven's wearing the t-shirt. We have t-shirts available at the festival, or we're gonna get more made. So if you can't make it physically to the festival, you can order them through us, and your donation goes towards this charitable cause, which, we're 100% nonprofit, 501c3 now. So any donation goes directly towards any future festival funding.
So our company, the Filmmakers Gallery, is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So the biggest event that we do annually is the Palm Springs International Down Syndrome Film Festival. We also are doing our third annual Margaret O'Brien Legend Award in November, and then we do weekly events. We do standalone screening events.
Let some people know who Margaret O'Brien is, in case somebody's like, "Who's Margaret O'Brien?" David knows, right?
In December of 2018, we gave the first Margaret O'Brien Legend Award to actress Margaret O'Brien, who was Judy Garland's younger sister in the 1943
movie
MGM classic Meet Me in St.
Louis.
And she won a juvenile Oscar, and there were only, I think, 7 or 8, I think, of the juvenile Oscars. Judy Garland won,
and it was stolen. I believe it was stolen, but then returned.
Yeah, her Oscar was missing for like 30 something years,
and then it appeared at a pawn shop or something, or five and dime
some
shop?
Guys found it at a yard sale.
Yard
sale.
Yes. And they realized what it was, and they took it back to the Academy, and the Academy returned it to Margaret.
Now, is this through the Filmmakers Gallery?
Yeah, we founded the award. We decided we wanted to give like a career achievement award, but call it a certain name, who's somebody who's still living and who is a living legend. And we try to give it to living legends, and kind of take a retrospect look back on their career, and also have them, like many of them are still working in the business today. Like many of these people who have been candidates in our eyes for future recipients. We're thinking Ruta Lee, and down the road, other people that live here actually in Palm Springs is even better, because the community even wants to embrace them more here.
And you're honoring somebody in that community this year, right?
Well, he's in your
neck of the woods.
Neck of the
so
woods.
This year's third annual Margaret O'Brien Legend Award honoree is Academy and Golden Globe Award winning actor George Takiris, who played Bernardo in the original 1961 West Side Story.
Yes.
Right.
He just turned a young and chipper 90. He just turned 90 years old.
90 years young.
And talk about another sweet, wonderful man.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And he just, every time we see him, which has been, not like lots and lots of times, but I would say half a dozen times we've had the opportunity to hang out with him. We saw a drag show with him. These great guys, they're brothers, twins. They're called the Edwards twins. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're do
amazing.
The most brilliant impersonations and sing. They use their
real
voices.
Wow.
And George came to that event with us, with a handful of other people like Jason Stewart, and my folks came, and we went to this show not knowing what to expect, and it took our breath away. George was like blown away, and it was like the best Barbra Streisand impersonator you will ever see or hear in your life, because he sounds just like Barbra Streisand.
And they're two twin brothers.
Yes.
And one does all the female roles, the other one does all the male roles.
So you got Billy Joel, you got Elton John, you got Lady Gaga, you got Cher,
Well, I mean, all of these events you put together, you're constantly, I see like every week you have a new event,
We
which is
do a weekly
amazing.
event, actually, yeah.
And this is so exciting. I want to bring in 3 students, and then we have a special surprise guest that a lot of people don't know about. So we're going to bring in 3 students and then bring in one of the actual filmmakers who are going to be a part of the Wonderful Down Syndrome. So let's start off with Bahara Sadis. I know that Bahara wanted to ask a question. We'll get her up. There's Bahara.
Hi.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Were you involved with Priya on the cover 2018 for festival?
Well,
2018 festival.
the 2018.
Yeah. Our
Were
first
you involved with?
Oh, with the first one, yeah, it was 2019.
19. That's right.
Yeah,
Margaret O'Brien was 2018.
yeah, 2019 was the first one, and it was at the Palm Springs Cultural Center, an historic theater here in Palm Springs. They have 3 theaters where we moved to now has
14 theaters.
14 theaters. So it's a bigger complex, bigger theaters, and actually the seats, they recline, they have like remote control. I don't know if they vibrate or not for those action movies, but it's state of the art there. It's really a great theater.
Oh,
Yes.
Well, thank
I
Oh.
played Priya.
What?
I
Say
played
what?
Priya myself. I played Priya.
Priya.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Well, I have to say,
Amazing.
Bahara, wonderful question. And Bahara Sadis is, let me tell you, she is a huge TikTok star, right?
Oh,
Oh.
nice. That's very
She's
cool.
all over TikTok. So be sure to check Bahara out.
First of all, I want to say for everybody watching, we do have what you see here. This is the logo. If you pull it up online, if anybody does Facebook, I don't know if some kids, the younger generation, I've heard Facebook is for old people, us old guys. But I do have a page designated on Facebook that I encourage anybody to post on there, especially TikTok links. I love to put the TikTok links on there of people that have messages or
That's the
videos.
Filmmakers Gallery.
So please go to the page. It's called Palm Springs International Down Syndrome Film Festival, and it's a page on Facebook. You just type it in and like the page, and you can post all you want.
One important thing that we didn't mention to everybody earlier is, so another whole reason we do this, and we started this simultaneously 3 years ago. So there's an organization here in the Coachella Valley, which is basically comprised of 9 cities, including Palm Springs, Cathedral City. So there's an organization called Ezekiel's Gift of Love, Coachella Valley Down Syndrome Foundation.
Named after Ezekiel.
Named after
Wow.
Ezekiel, who was our friend Yadira's son. So we partnered with her. So 20% of all ticket sales, we donate back to her nonprofit, to her foundation. And that in turn goes towards her being able to do picnics, educational workshops, community events.
And bringing large groups of her
and
following
bringing
to
groups,
our
so-
festival. So it's like,
Wow.
we help you,
So we
she helps
kind of
us.
created this symbiotic energy.
Yeah.
Her foundation promotes our festival, and our festival promotes her foundation. She's going to have a table near our volunteer
She's
table.
buying a bunch of
information.
T-shirts off of us.
She's
Well,
bringing in,
these.
she's buying, I think, 25 tickets.
Talking about T-shirts, I know a lot of people online have been saying, I want to buy a T-shirt. I want to buy a T-shirt. And it's interesting what you're saying. Of course, I'm gonna do one more person, and then we're gonna bring on our special guest, who's in from Mongolia. I mean,
Yeah.
live from Mongolia, and I
Yeah.
think it's like 5 in the morning there, 4:30. But what I want to bring on, who I want to bring on now, and we'll still bring on a few others throughout the day. This is a guest who's actually going to be at your festival, and he is a wonderful actor. He's part of Performing Arts Studio West. He was in the wonderful show, Emmy nominated and winning show, Born This Way. Also
Okay.
Love You More. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. John Tucker.
Hey,
there he is.
In his shirt, T-shirt.
Yeah. Yes.
Nice,
to
Johnny.
meet you.
John.
Hey, Johnny. What's going on?
Do you have any questions for the weekend since you're going to be there?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I'm just gonna be there. I'm gonna be like, hey, what's up, y'all? Got any
So
questions?
have you seen yourself on the big screen? Of course, for premiere for Born This Way, did they have premieres where it's like big
Um,
screens?
actually, yeah,
Theater?
we did. Actually, yeah, we did. We did. You had this cast party, and everybody was there, and we saw a couple of the seasons, from 1 to 4. But and it's also and the show is also on YouTube, so I can just be like, I was born this way. So
And you
you
got
can
well,
just,
no, the show that you're going to be on is that they're showing is Darman, right?
yeah, just Drama Studios, yeah. Because it's so funny too because it's like I've been on shows every day. Well, not every day, but I've been on shows too. And Born This Way was the first show that I've been on since season 1 to 4. And I've been acting ever since then, because, you know, acting and music, rapping and stuff, dancing was
Yes,
my
maybe,
first.
maybe, and that's the exciting thing too. Maybe you'll we'll have John rap at the during the
I
Oh,
love
that'd be
that.
great.
I would love
because
that.
that man, you know what? I have to say, and we'll talk more, John, because we're going to be there at the festival. I mean, it'll be you, it'll be Jamie Brewer, and hopefully everybody here can come and join and come see the show. But
Love to see everybody.
all of
But
us,
you know what? This,
one
this
time,
is
John was on the show and he created at the top of his, it just in a moment, the Meet the Biz rap. I've got it. It's brilliant. We used it for a
Fascinating.
theme
Oh,
song.
that's great.
It was amazing. So anyway, John, we will see you at the film festival, and thank you for being here today. Oh, it's great.
I
So
can't wait to see you on the
nice
big
to meet
screen.
yay! Oh, I love it. This is going to be good. No, I'm going to get back. We still have, I want to say hi to Luke Zimmerman. I want to say hi to Shannon Diericks and maybe one other. But before we do that, we have somebody, and I would love you to introduce him. And I've got to find him here. He's here. I know he's here.
You got a huge following, David. Look at all these
Mhm.
people that are tuned in. This is
I
great.
know, it's amazing, right?
Yeah, hi, everybody. I
Thank you,
wanted to
people.
reach out and say hi to all of you guys watching.
Oh,
Thanks for-
Josh Eber is here from Love You More. Oh my God, let's just see, add spotlight. There's Josh Eber from
Hi,
Love
Josh.
You More. And then who else was, and then of course, and Luke Zimmerman from Love You More. There he
Okay.
is. And then of course, John Tucker was from Love You More too. So
John,
we're
yeah.
gonna get back. I want to see, I know we had him on here and I don't know if I see him there or not. Oh, there he is. Okay, there he is. I want you to introduce this amazing man because he has a film in your festival.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
of course he does. We're so thrilled and excited to be showing this film because when whoever gets to the festival, which we know you're going there, David, and whoever else is coming, and John, when you see this film, you're gonna say, "Wow, this is like Oscar qualified." This is the way
Oh.
the film is crafted. It's just blows
In fact,
blows anybody away. I
we're
would
giving
think.
it a special award for cinematography because the cinematography is just absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful, beyond beautiful.
Breathtaking.
And you know what? Before he's right here, he's ready to come on. But before we get him in, I have the movie trailer set up. I saw this movie
Oh.
trailer yesterday.
Oh,
I was like, oh, I can't wait to see this film. It's
yes.
amazing.
it's amazing.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. So let me share my screen here. Da-da-da, we're gonna see that and then bring him on. Here we go.
Монгол улсын нийслэл Улаанбаатараас ирж байна. Одоо сонсогч та бүхэн хүсэлтээ хэрэг нэвтрүүлэг хүлээн аван сонсох.
хүрээхэн толгой
Тэнгэрт хүрэх хүлээн ирж буян тайч.
хэлээд алдхий амаа жими миний хүчин сайн хүү шүү дээ.
Бурхан минь. Ёрон дээр өвчнөө хүн талддаг юм биш байгаа.
Yay.
That's amazing. Here he is. Here he is.
Ganzarig.
Very
There
good.
Hello. From Mongolia.
Yes, from Mongolia. Greetings from Mongolia. How are you guys?
Welcome.
Really nice to see you.
Oh, beautiful to see. That is stunning. What got you involved in this?
Well, long story. So, I'm a Mongolian, born in Mongolia. So I have 4 kids and 1 wife. Then my son, who is now 20 years old, he has a Down syndrome.
Okay.
Yeah, can you hear me clearly?
Well,
Is
yeah.
It's breaking up a little bit. Breaking up
it up a
just
tiny bit?
a tiny bit.
A little bit, yeah.
That's
Oh, that's better.
better.
Now it's better.
It got
When
out.
you got
Hello?
when you got closer to the mic, it sounded bassier. It sounded more audible.
Sorry.
It's a little shaky there.
Okay, just wait.
Oh, whatever you did there, you push something in?
I want now.
Better.
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 Better. Yeah.
I love it.
Ah. He is now 20. It's a blurry, yeah? Just
Oh, it's going in and out, but it's there. Let's see. Let's try it again.
It could be because he's so far
Yeah.
away.
Well, I think it might be the cord connection on that. This happened. Everybody, this happens. This is Zoom, the internet.
That's entertainment.
But we're calling from Mongolia.
That's right.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
Oh,
Now it's better?
better.
Okay, good. Sorry. Yeah.
That's
that's
good.
good.
Yay.
So
Yeah.
I mean, you have so much that you've been doing throughout the years. I mean, what made you decide to become a filmmaker?
Yes, that was quite an accident one. So I have a not this industry guy. I'm a finance guy. Actually, my major is accountant,
Right.
but I do work now in communications company, the branding agency. So this is my own company.
Yeah.
And because of, I do have such a son with the Down syndrome. He turns this year 20 years old. Then before the COVID in 2019, the couple of artists came to me to work on this project because one guy wrote a screenwriter and very nice one. Then they decided to have to touch this issue, Down syndrome, and also this racial equity thing. Then they asked me to work as an advisor on this project. While I'm working on this script, then I found out that we need to elaborate this script more. And also we should not dedicate this movie only for Mongolians. So we should, show this movie dedicate for the global audiences, because this disability issue, human right, inclusive society is our common challenge. It's not only not only the Mongols' problem. So we decided to broaden up the topic, and we invited all the best crews all around from Mongolia, the cinematography, and also the artists and advisors. Then I ended up working as a executive producer. So that's how we met first with this movie team. And then one important thing is before uniting with this team, we decided that this movie is not for the commercial. We agreed to each other. The make money is our priority number 30 or number 100. So first priority is, to make the very nice movie and to show this movie around the world through this film. See, we would like to defend the human right and promote the inclusive society all around the globe.
And it's so amazing how what's affecting me now is that you made this to become a good movie that can change lives and be about human rights. It wasn't just about, oh, it's got to be here, it's got to be, I mean, it looks so amazing and gorgeous that it could go up to the Oscars. But I think when it comes from the heart, when you make it from the heart and you have a message, that's what counts the most.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now, was it? Of course, this is like asking somebody their age. So I'm going to be, do what you think's good. But the budget of a film like this, I mean, even this time, I've seen this trailer twice, and this time I even got more emotional because I connect to everything in it. I see the mother, and I start tearing up because I can relate to it. I could see so many things within it, and how he's running and crying in such beauty. So you have this pain, but he's in this beautiful, the trees behind him, the snow. What is like, how was this a huge budget movie?
Well, we worked on this production for 2 years during this COVID strict lockdown, actually. Then we traveled all around the most beautiful places in Mongolia, regardless of winter, summer, and spring and autumn, 4 seasons we do have. Can you believe, guys, we have the most extreme the weather in Mongolia in winter. The winter night, which means around the mid of January, we could have the minus like 15 Celsius, very cold. And in the summer, in the southern Mongolia, the Gobi Desert, it is usual to have daytime temperatures plus over the 40 Celsius. So the difference is, can be the 100 degrees Celsius. So this is in Mongolia, winter and summer, so extreme. And then 2 years work, I think the total budget roughly, I think the less than 300,000 USD.
Wow. Well, I mean, that's I mean, for what it looks like, that's an amazing amount. I mean, it's not too crazy. You can make a film that is a stunning piece of art and lasts because of what it is.
Yeah.
And I would say that besides this amount, certain percentage of the money came as a kind of the donation. When we work in the countryside more than a couple of weeks, the rural people came came to us, bring the food for our crew, and also the transportation side. There is, the four-wheel drive, the fan club, like, the Toyota and Pajero. Those guys, bring the dozens of the cars with the drivers. They work for us as a volunteer. They really want to be the part of this movie to contribute, not asking money.
Yeah.
So that's why, we created such a awful content.
Now I mean, before movies, how did you become interested in the Down syndrome community? Because I know you are the chairman of the Down Syndrome Association of Mongolia.
Yes. I do have the 4 kids, and the oldest one is a son, and he turns this year 20 years old. He has a Down syndrome. So I'm a father.
Gorgeous.
Then 20 years ago, when I had a son, and of course, first I shocked, and then tried to, think what to do, what I can do, back to this community. Then unfortunately, that this education system, the health system, and soft infrastructure in Mongolia was not really well developed. So then I realized that I had to do something. Otherwise, I can't just wait government service and other private, enterprises. Then I decided to find out a couple of the parents like me, then decided to form the non-profit organization in Mongolia. That is a Down syndrome association in Mongolia. So I'm the founder and serving so far as a chairperson of this association. So we do have the 3 basic kind of the strategy and focus pillars. Of course, the mission of this association is to make every single person in Mongolia with Down syndrome to be a loyal taxpayer to the government, which means that our guys shall have a work, employment. And to do work, he or she should have, the decent and experience of skills and some education level.
Yeah.
Of course, first one is they have to be healthy to work, and then health, education, employment. 3 of these pillars are our association's key, the focus to work on. That's how I'm still, 20 years volunteering for this association and try to help this community to make a tangible contribution back to this society. Actually, I do work quite hard, but recently I realized that film, this kind of the movie industry is one of the most powerful tools to convince people, to influence people, So as a non-profit, our resources are very, very limited. Steven and Paul, guys, NGOs. So then almost every week, every month, I try to visit in the different provinces and districts, to deliver the lecture, doing volunteer work. Still, it's enormous work. Then the movies, once we made movie, like it's more than just over the 90 minutes, the feature film, then this film could influence more than, millions of people, just like a one click. Then I decided to work on this project and try to do kind of the perfect work as much as I can. That's how I connected with this project.
Beautiful.
And we're so lucky he reached out to us. And you must have just been doing a search, on Facebook, or
exactly just Facebook search.
Come across us. I always wonder this, like how people connect together with stuff like what we're doing.
Wow.
So
yes, you say that old people use the Facebook, which means I'm kind of old, yeah.
Oh. If you're old, what does that make me?
Do you know the dinosaur, David?
What? Well, just a little.
What I'm curious about, if I can just say one thing while we're all together and having this conversation about the film, and the fact you brought up your connection as your son and you're a dad, what does your son think of the movie?
Oh, it's a great question.
What does he think?
Well, I told you that my son is now 20 years old.
Yes.
And he likes to watch the cartoons and his IQ level is his level of the Down syndrome is a little bit severe, and he can't really fully understand that movie, but can feel it. And I'm sure that, especially he was bonded so much with his grandmother. On that movie, that mother and son is exactly life of my son and my mother, grandmother. So touching, and he can't express himself, can't really speak, but he can let him and make understanding, like using the, this sign languages and etc. And I saw that it's kind of touching when he saw the scene from the movie.
Because a lot of your movie is visuals and you don't
Yes.
necessarily need to read the subtitles. You get it. I mean, it helps
feel
having
it,
it, but your
yes.
movie is so good that it speaks in imagery more than it does you having to read the dialogue. Of course, you're trying to, have your subtitles there. So I just want to say that's a super duper gift you have to express your art on cinema that way. And I think that's brilliant.
That was exactly, that was a strategy, So once we decided to dedicate this movie to these international film festivals and to the globe, then we decided that there are hundreds of the languages people use in the world.
Right.
Then we decided, but one common language is actually love. So that's why we prefer the less text. Then all those meanings should be expressed by by the movie itself. And anyone from the doesn't matter which country, no problem to understand the meaning and philosophy of the movie. That was a strategy to make this movie.
Well, just bravo, everybody involved in that film. I mean, from you to the cinematographer to the actors, and even the craft services people for getting them fed. I mean, you got to have the team work together, and it shows so much in that movie.
Now, when is this playing at your festival, Steve?
It's our Saturday night international spotlight film.
Yes.
So it's Saturday, October 8th.
Right in the heart.
Right in the heart.
Right. So it's a metaphor,
And again, we've already awarded Trio a special Best Cinematography Award in advance.
Yeah, thank you.
We're holding up to that award until we can get it to you. So
I love it.
Awards are beautiful. We love how the awards are looking. We physically have seen composites of them, but they're going to be great. Just actually feel them, hold them, and So.
Well, I want to bring on just 3 students and
bring them on.
Not just students, but actors, performers, just might who have a question. I know that I mentioned Luke Zimmerman. He's an actor. Of course, he was on a TV show for 5 years. And here he is right now, Mr. Love You More.
Oh, there you go.
I love you more too, David.
Cool.
I wanted to shout out to you too in Palm Springs. The shirt you have on, say Down syndrome. I'm so blessed for you did that. Keep that good work. Thank you.
And all you guys keep up the good work. Yeah.
Now, would you ever fly to Mongolia to do a film maybe with Genzora?
Mongolia? Are you crazy, David?
Yes, you're an actor. You go anywhere.
I'm an actor in California.
I know, but you'd go anywhere, and I might go with you.
That part too.
Or maybe
please, you are always welcome to Mongolia.
Oh, thank you. I might. Next year for me is my trip. I'm taking trips.
Please, that's a serious, So let me know. Just let me know.
Field trip.
I'll tell you, while working with David Zimmerman, his honor to work with me while there are these shows I done in Toronto. Love you more. He is great. Hammy worked so hard. Every time he's there, he's like a grandfather to me. But we have both same last names.
Well, let me tell you, I thank you. I enjoy working with you, Mr. Zimmerman, because you're so talented, Luke. So thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you, Luke. Oh my gosh. You know, he said something and it went in my head and it's hiding behind one of my brain cells, but it might come back to me. I was talking about Mongolia and
taking a trip.
Oh, that's it. What is your next project? Do you have another film coming up?
Well, actually, that's an interesting question because I am not the film expert, but this movie, you know, seems going quite well. And on my table now, like 4 new movies script. People like keep sending me. Oh, Gamze, it seems you could be a good producer. So I do have such a script, such a story. Let's make a movie. I said, I don't film this. Let's have a look. You know, so I do have actually 2 projects in my mind. Very, very interesting topic, especially this during, you know, uncertain time because of this COVID, because of this Russia-Ukraine war. So we do have, you know, the kind of this very human topic, and let's see then. But I really would like to have kind of a co-production, not only on the Mongolians. This time, I really would like to have co-productions with you guys and with other countries experts. That could be a new journey. I will share the idea and project with you, certainly. Just wait for me.
Oh, I love this. Well, that would be a joy to work with you. Listen, I want to get, you know, just say hello. I know Logan Chen is just an amazing creator, performer, and I know he just wants to probably say hello. Is that okay? Logan Chen, how are you, Logan?
Good. How are you?
Hey, Logan.
Hi, Logan.
Hey, Logan. So Logan is, I think at Performing Arts Studio West, was it a year now that you've been here or 2 years? I'm losing track of time. Something like that, a couple of years. And I bet you're excited to get back to the studio when we open up as well. Yes, Logan?
Sure. Nice.
Yes. Well, I hope you could come see the film too, Logan. And I look forward to seeing you in a film too very soon. Thank you for being here, Logan.
Hey, Logan.
Yes. Thank you for watching the show and being part of today's show. Yeah.
I love it.
Good to meet you.
Let's see. I know we're getting close on time, but I do know we have Ranjani. Ranjani, did you want to say hello?
Hey.
Hey.
Ranjani. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Yes. What city do you live in?
I live in Cooker Park.
Okay. Is that in Los Angeles?
No, I'm
San
in the
Fernando?
valley.
In the valley.
Yeah, the valley.
Would you be considered a valley girl?
Probably not.
You're too young to know what that is.
I don't
Valley
know.
girl.
Makes me an old man again.
In other words, I'm not calling you a man. Only David does.
Okay. When my beard turns white, I'll be Santa. How's
I
that?
love your beard. You
Oh,
remind
thank
me
you.
like the leprechaun.
Well,
beard.
I've been told I look like Cornelius from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Or Captain Hook too.
But you were talking about gray hair. I have to say, I got my gray hair.
You feel like a grandpa there.
Oh my God, I'm grandpa now.
You know, we worked with David on a TV series way back when, Child of the 70s that David was in. And that's when we first started actually getting to know
Yeah, really
David.
getting
And
to know you.
that's how the history of our whole first encounters with David came to be. And then we kept in touch, and then we did our little film festival at our Filmmakers Gallery in Long Beach, which was so much fun.
Yeah,
We
it
featured
does.
all these little shorts, and David was featured in that one. What was it? Heavenly
Peace.
Heavenly Peace.
And
Heavenly
Hide. You
Yes.
shot both of them.
And yes, the other one. And it's so much fun. And then now fast forward to current times, is I'm just so happy and we're so thrilled to have David be part of just this important thing that we're trying to make a statement, like with the community here, and say, this needs to be a part of every community, not only just Palm Springs. It needs to be, all across the United States, globally, internationally, and the universe.
And definitely India.
Yes, India too.
That's right.
Because India is my favorite country because I love the
Oh,
motto from it. It's called Lava Seva.
really?
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. I
That's
had a good question for you guys.
Good.
It's gonna be so much fun. Are you excited about the festival? How you feel about David and your festival? How you feel?
I
Who's
just
inspired?
I feel
Well,
excited.
We're
excited.
very blessed that
You're feeling
David's really
nervous
come
about
on
it.
board. And David's actually one of our guest programmers with Gail Williamson. So actually,
Yeah, I know Gail.
the reason
She's my
that all of us
agent.
are coming together-
Gail's wonderful.
Gail's
Is she the
fantastic.
best? Right.
Yes.
And she's just a great listener, and she has helped us just every step along the
Well,
way.
actually,
With the first one,
we never would have been able to get any of this off the ground, even the first one, if it wasn't for
For Gail.
Gail's help and influence.
Yeah.
And like, how do we do this? And
Well,
where do we find
one thing
films and-
exciting about Gail is the first one she couldn't attend. So this is the first one that she'll be attending is the second annual 3 years later. So
But what's so good
thrilled.
too, and what's so nice is she has her son in
And Blair, both
in
of them.
two of the
Oh, yeah,
films.
Blair. Yeah.
Blair
I
is
love him.
but Blair's gonna be in
Turnover,
Honey Bunny
Honey
and
Bunny.
Oh, yeah.
Turnover.
Turnover,
and Whitney's wedding.
and Whitney's wedding.
Oh!
Three.
He's in 3.
Isn't that
Three.
too? Oh my God. There's
And-
Shannon. Shannon just was waving her. Hey, Shannon,
And
you're
she's my best
Shannon's
friend
in Whitney's
all
wedding.
day. So beat tap. I
Oh,
love
gosh.
her.
So Shannon's featured in 2 or 3.
Turntable.
No, 3.
Check.
We're showing the share video.
4 then.
you're showing the share video?
We're showing the share video.
Yeah, Shannon,
Wedding.
you starred in a video in Cher's video, didn't you?
Yeah, women's world.
Woman's World.
Woman's World.
It's Sarah.
This is a woman's world. This is a woman's world.
I hope Sarah could come to the biz.
I
Yeah.
know. You have to visit from Mongolia and come visit us at the Performing Arts Studio West one of these days.
Yes.
I would love that.
Bring Sarah to Mr. Biz, David.
Okay. Well,
And I was in Whitney's wedding too.
And Shannon will be
Sorry.
missed, but we wish her all and her mother
Yeah,
Teresa the best
congratulations.
Thank you.
of
Right.
luck with your play,
Amy and
Thank
the
you.
Orphans.
and the orphans. So we totally understand. We wish you all the best, but we will miss you. And
Thank
we
you.
wish you were there, but we know you guys are both there in
And
spirit.
your opening night is our opening night,
Yep.
which is really
Yeah, no.
That's
Yeah, that one.
crazy. How you feel about that?
That's awesome.
that's very
Oh
awesome.
my gosh. Well, and Shannon, one question. So you're going to be doing it for how many days is your show?
10. We'll be doing 10 shows.
I love it. Well, of course, I'm going to be at the film festival the first week, but after that, I'm going to come see your show.
After
Yeah,
that, be
and get
crusting
tickets
burn
online.
without sleep.
You know what? What, Shannon?
And get tickets online.
Get tickets online at the La Habra Playhouse.
Yes.
I love it.
After that, you be crushing burn in the sound sleep. I know you're gonna be crazy. Saying.
Oh my God. Thank you, Ranjani. And
Johnny.
and thank you, Shannon.
Thank you.
Thank you. And this is a question to all three of you. Oh gosh, I have like 4 questions and I have to choose one, and it's very hard. You know what? What is your biggest joy in life?
Start with this man.
Oh, me first?
Yeah.
Biggest joy in life? Well, number 1 is having Paul as a partner, a husband and a producing partner. Even
when I get mad.
we were tuffling this morning. We had a little bit of but we always work it out. And
Yeah.
it's it's a little difficult when your spouse is your business partner, because you're kind of juggling, you know, we have our personal time, we have our business time, and it's all kind of rolls together.
And we kind of work at different paces. He's got his own way of doing things. I have mine, but we work well together. We hear it all the time. You guys are a nice balance, you know. So
in my past relationships, I always seem to wander into some sort of a business thing, and then after that relationship was over, like, never again, I'm never gonna involve anybody I'm with in a business thing. And then the next person. So then when Paul came along, it's like, oh, we don't do that. Okay, so then but it's been the most successful, well, both personally and professionally. So happy about that, and happy about being able to create the film festival and expand our Filmmakers Gallery programming, and really to bring about, you know, combined education and entertainment, and hopefully inclusivity, and changing people's lives and inspiring people. And yeah, that's really the ultimate.
And say the question again, so because
what is your biggest joy in life?
Joy. So for me, because we're going to leave the finale for you, Ganzari. For me, the biggest joy would be the fact it was said earlier on in this interview as doing it not for the money, not for status, to pat ourselves on the back or go, look how important, look at me, like we see many people in the entertainment business that want to be recognized. For them, it's about making a statement and making a difference in our world, and making it a better place for people that need to be in the areas where they've always strived and achieved to be in, have great role models that they see in the big screen. So doing this festival, to me, it's like we're like the Stanley Kramers of, you know, this part of the community, because, you know, Stanley Kramer, he would have been our father-in-law, because our mother, Karen Sharp Kramer, adopted mother, who's been on your show many of times, David. She was on the first I Dream of Jeannie. She was married to Stanley, and you know, she's now the widow of Stanley. But
big inspiration too.
All his films were socially conscious to make a difference in the world. And I feel like we met them for a reason, because we've been inspired. We talk about inspiring films and being inspired, period. The Kramers are a huge inspiration, not only Karen, but Kat as well, with her films that change the world. That's what she does. And
Jennifer with her films that she
too.
Stunning.
Everything about that, we met them for a reason. Like I said, they were in our wedding. They're now family members, and we're like connected till death do us part, you know. And that's what drives us, is just trying to make a difference in the community and in the world internationally. So we'll end it on that note there.
And some of our best producing tips, at least for me personally, maybe you too, but have come from Karen, actually.
From Karen. Yeah, she's a wonderful person.
When she speaks, it's like it just, you know, stays in my brain, and she's a big inspiration.
Yes. So. And Ganzarek, we'll end on your joy. What's your best joy in life?
Biggest joy in life.
Yeah.
My joy in life, when I part of this very diverse group, diversity, when I feel how unique each person, how different each society from each other. Being part of this diverse group and diversity is very, very beautiful thing. So when I feel the biggest joy, when I feel myself part of this diverse group, that's where I feel my biggest joy.
Nice.
Diversity coming together.
Yes, and also plus accepting each other's differences, to me, the biggest joy.
Yes. Amen. Amen. And David, well, I just want to speak for both of us. This, you know, I've never really been a part of this Zoom thing with your Meet the Biz, and seeing how many people adore you and love you and follow you, and it just blows me away. Like, not only just seeing guests from the past you featured, because I already know about that part, but actively being a part of it and partaking in this Zoom meeting call. It just melts my heart. And just to see how you're making a difference in each and every home that camera is pointing to, you're touching every single human life that is watching right now. That to me,
Yes.
that makes me like choke up, because that's you're
Well,
doing an amazing thing.
And we have to say a big hats off to technology in 2022,
Yeah.
2021, because
Yeah.
without Zoom, I mean, if you think about it, this is amazing that, you know, we're literally spanning the globe in our conversation right now. I mean, it kind of blows my mind.
I know. All
How
around
far
the
we've
world.
come. How far we've come. George Jetsons, remember that when we were
I
kids?
know. San Francisco Bay Area, Palm Springs, Mongolia. And I have to, I mean, I am blessed to be here because of so many people, Mary Rings, the Borjak Players, and I could go through a list of people, but it is here at Performing Arts Studio West, the Meet the Biz program has now become a part of. And if it wasn't for John Paces, who allowed me to come into the family 8 years ago and start teaching, and then bringing in Meet the Biz, the family expands. And I'm all about connecting people, connecting all people. And this is what we all do here, through our art, through our film, through our festivals, through our one-on-one connections, through our extended family. So thank you all for being an extended family.
Thank you, David.
Thank you,
Let's
David.
everybody
Thank you so much, David.
applause for David.
Thank you. And thank you for getting up so early from Mongolia.
Yes, Ganzarek, yes.
No worries, it's my pleasure. My pleasure, and really nice to meet you. But it's pity that this year I can't be there with you in person, but I will see you very soon in person, guys.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And also, you are always welcome to visit Mongolia anytime. Just let me know.
We will let you know.
Cheers.
We will
Where's
let
your coffee cup? How are you so like alert and awake? You should be drinking your coffee.
What time is it there?
Now it's like 4:20 in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
That was more. Oh my goodness.
You're a real trooper.
Listen, everyone, we're gonna release the spotlights, and we're all gonna say hello. We'll take a gallery shot with everybody, and then everybody can say hello and chat. Thank you all, Gansarig, and of course, Paul and Stephen, and we all look forward to coming to your film festival. And this is wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, David.
On the count of three.
Bye.
1, 2, 3. Mwah. Thank you.
Did you take a snapshot of that, screenshot of that?
Yes, I'll take a screenshot of that.